Now, just 2 days after a schoolboy was murdered in India, another horrific case of a child being raped in a school has emerged. The shocking incident took place at a public school in the capital city of Delhi, where a 5-year-old girl student was raped inside the washroom in the school premises. Police have arrested a peon associated with the school in connection with the rape case. The father of the girl has blamed the school management for being irresponsible. A case has been registered under the POSCO Act. Okay, these are the latest visuals coming on your screen from Gurugram. That is the man, the peon, who has been arrested in that case, in that horrific case where he has raped a 5-year-old girl. These are the latest visuals coming on your screen. He will be prosecuted under the POSCO Act. He is now being escorted by the police into the van, where he will now be taken to jail for being served his punishment and also a sentencing. This comes just 2 days after a schoolboy was murdered in India, and yet again another horrific case of a child being raped in a school has emerged. The shocking incident took place at a public school in the capital city of Delhi, where a 5-year-old girl student was raped inside the washroom in the school premises. These are the visuals coming on your screen right now of the man being arrested. He worked as a peon at that school.
हम कुछ नहीं जानते इस बात को हम स्कूल के बच्चे छोड़ते लाते ले जाते ये सब हम नहीं जानते.
These are protests outside the Gurugram School. As you can see, parents and other people protesting against this gruesome attack on this 5-year-old girl, which of course brings into the question of security at Indian schools yet again. The principal has also been arrested, has been taken into custody, I believe has been also reprimanded by the police, I believe, in connection with the case. And the father of the girl has, of course, blamed the school management for being irresponsible. As you can see, these... Okay, joining us now is Rakshita from the location, from Gurugram, I believe. Rakshita, over to you now. Give us the latest on this arrest being made. A lot of, I can see the visuals, a lot of scuffle, a lot of protests happening. What's the situation with the security like out there?
Absolutely, Sahil. The condition remains tense in Gurugram. As you can see the visuals on your screen right now, the protesters, of course, include the parents of the other students who are, of course, enrolled in the school in Gurugram. The protests are continuing, and you can see that they are not ready to budge. They are not able. They are not buying what the police has to offer as far as their version of the incident is concerned. They are demanding a CBI probe into the case. Remember, the accused is into a 3-day police remand, as well as the school principal has been suspended. Despite that, what the protesters are alleging is that this is a mere cover-up as far as the police investigation is concerned, and they are saying that they are just posing the bus conductor as the accused, and they accuse them of indulging into some kind of foul play. The protesters, of course, being lathicharged as far as the ground report is concerned over here in Gurugram. CM Khattar, of course, Haryana CM Khattar had, of course, promised that the investigation will be wrapped up within 7 days. He has assured, as this is developing into a high-profile case now, and given the fact that another Delhi school has now been engulfed in a similar kind of controversy, the protests are, of course, rife, and they are gaining more of a heat, and the police, of course, there are more security forces are being deployed around the school premises, and as you can see, the situation is tense right now in Gurugram. The protesters are not willing to vacate despite force being used, lathis being used by the forces. However, it remains to be seen what developments and what action the state takes and what assurances it gives and what really turns out as far as this critical case is concerned.
Right, and like you said, this incident comes 2 days after a 7-year-old boy was gruesomely murdered for resisting sexual assault by a bus conductor in a school, which of course has sent shockwaves across the country. But of course this again brings into focus, brings into light the lax security protocols that Indian schools have.
absolutely sheer apathy on part of the school authorities. That this is what the parents of both the the victims, be it the schoolboy murdered in Gurugram or the latest case in Delhi's public schools, both are accusing the school authorities of being apathetic and also irresponsible as far as knowing what is going on in the school premises is concerned. And of course, why not will the school come under scan and under scrutiny? They have, of course, suspended the school principal. But what the ground report really tells us is that there hasn't been much done as far as the security arrangements is concerned. Even the press had entered the premises easily yesterday, where the site in the bathroom where the boy, the washroom where the boy was found murdered. This really shows the lack of seriousness and the sheer carelessness on part of the school authorities. And this, of course, has to be really come into the focus. And the authorities, the HRD minister, the education minister, remember, of the state, had also visited and has made several assurances. But again, it remains to be seen what really stringent action is taking place in reality, and what do the authorities really do about it? Because the parents are scared to send their little kids, boy or a girl. We know about how unsafe girls are, but then this is about a 5-year-old boy who was murdered. So this, of course, is certainly very alarming for parents to even send them to school. A sad state of affairs, of course, in the capital city of India.
Okay, thank you so much for your inputs. That was our correspondent bringing us the latest updates on that gruesome attacks. These, of course, are the latest visuals on your screen. That man, that peon who committed this gruesome act, who raped a 5-year-old girl, has now been arrested. And, of course, the protests are taking place and, of course, sending once again shockwaves across the country.